welcome back to another video. Today we're here carrying on our West Midlands trip, and we are here driving into West Midlands Safari Park. I'm so excited to check this out. So we're going to head through the drive-through safari first. We are here in the drive-through safari. You can see the rhino, the antelope sort of style creature. It's got the horns. I don't know what it's actually called. So we're just driving through the safari. It's not that busy at the moment because we are in the second earliest slot you can get. There's the rhinos. There was lots of rhinos in this first section, as you can see. We next came across some zebras. They got really close to the car, which is always great during a safari. As we can see, very close. There's one having its head, trying to get its head in the window of that car. Then it headed to the next car, and the other car quickly rolled up their windows. Watch out, if you do have your windows out, animals might do it. About that, you can have your windows down in some sections of the safari. Of course, you can't when we get to the lions and animals like that. Here comes the ostrich, about to walk right past the car. There he is. I find ostriches so funny. And next, we headed into the realm of the lions. Got to say, they had lots of lions here, and that huge lion rock was so impressive. It makes for a lovely photo, especially when the lions are sat up on the top and the lionesses just did it as soon as we drove in. Another awesome thing at West Midlands Safari Park, they did earlier in the year have baby lion cubs, and when we drove through they were play fighting. It was so cute. There's the mum watching over them, making sure they're not being too mean to each other. But then play fighting was the cutest thing we saw on the safari. There's another look, climbing that big lion rock. So impressive. And there's the cubs. Still slightly playing. Oh, off they go. Their little rhino is so cute. Oh, there's the big daddy lion, flopping on the floor after a hard day at work. Then we headed to the kingdom of the white lions. The white lions weren't actually in their enclosure this day. I think they were doing some work on the white lions. I don't know when that work will finish, but bear in mind when we went in August, the white lion cage was closed. They were relocated in the walkthrough safari, which we're going to head in and check out in a minute. These are the Indian rhinos. These ones look like they've got big, thick, heavy armour on them. And of course, sticking with the babies, there was a really cute, adorable baby rhino. Here was lots of deer. And here is the white tiger. He was in a cage in the back behind. He was behind a fence, but it was very cool to see a white tiger. There you go. He even put his head up for us for a few seconds. He must have heard something. And then we had an traffic issue. The camels were blocking the road, and there was no way they were moving. So the worker had to bring their truck into the enclosure and try to back them off the path. And they managed to get them off and let the traffic go free. Please bear in mind there is 2 lanes during this drive-through safari. One is for if you want to stop, one is so everyone keeps going. It's just to help with the flow. Of course, if an animal is in the lane where you're not meant to stop, do stop. We then headed towards the elephants. They're so big, elephants, and so graceful. They're lovely animals. And then we headed into the giraffes. The giraffes were very nice. You can see in the back some of the lodges. Those lodges look lovely. Love to stay in one of those one day, but they're very expensive. But of course, you are paying for that experience where you're staying right outside the animals' enclosures. They have lots of these around the parks. Tigers, hippos, rhinos, giraffes, elephants, red pandas. They have loads. Check West Midlands Safari's website for full details about those. That was a look at the queues of traffic when we had just exited. And that brought us to the end of our drive-through safari experience. As you can see, the slot after us was very busy. There was lots of traffic throughout the safari, so I highly recommend going for one of the first 2 safaris. We're now heading into the safari walk after doing the safari. There's also the adventure theme park in here. So we're going to check out some of their roads here at West Midlands Safari Park. We've started the day out here down at the theme park because we're thinking it might be deader at the start of the day. We've just collected our ride wristbands. You have to pay extra for these. Bear that in mind. It did come with our combo ticket with Drayton Manor and here. So that's how we've got it. But it is extra. I'm pretty sure it's an extra £10 if you book in advance for it. So we're heading on a tripod. First push of the day, Monkey Mayhem. I'm yet to do one of these spinny ones. So we're gonna head on this. Monkey Mayhem was such a fun family ride. So fun. Just spinning, flipping over. So fun. The rhino coaster. I think we're heading on these next.
Okay, if we do get stuck, make sure you put on the pedal, turn the wheel all the way. Right, turn the wheel all the way, turning all the way. Make sure you put on the pedal.
Dodgems are just your classic theme park dodgems. I think we're going to head to the rhino coaster. Get ready for the break. We're gonna head on the rhino coaster now. Gotta watch out for the brakes on here. Rhino coaster was fun. The brakes are so sharp. We're now going to head to Venom. I think I'm going to be the only one on this ride. I'm quite scared. I've heard very good things about this ride, very intense. So we're going to see how it is. Venom did not disappoint. Had to do it twice in the end. That is an intense flat ride. Only scary bit is it's all creaky when you're up there. So that was a good drop down. We just did the mini swingers over there. We're now going to head on the ghost train. I don't know what that's at. I can't pronounce that name. I'm not going to even try, but we're going to head on this. This is my first actual ever ghost train. That was alright. Nothing too scary. Felt like I was at Epic Universe or Monsters Unchained with Frankenstein in there touching the balls at the end. They could do with 2 workers on that because we did just bash into one of the cars because he wasn't quick enough to brake us. They could do with 2 workers on that all the time. But it didn't hurt too much, so. But now I'm gonna head to the African Big Apple coaster. This is my first ever wacky worm crash, and it's gonna be 39. Let's go. First ever one. I mean, a wacky worm was nothing more than what I expected. Just a fun little kids ride, just a slow, gentle ride. First wacky worm cred done. We're now leaving the theme park for a little while. We might come back. We're now going to head to the Tiger Tropics, or just the walk around zoo area. We're going to head around here. The theme park's great for what we've done. It's great. It adds a little bit extra to your day. Of course, it's an extra, but it's great as an add-on.
Oh, look at it.
This place is great, what we've seen so far.
Imagine staying in that. Looking over all of that. So. So sad these two want to be.
I thought they were. That's so cute. They're actually. They're not even. I thought it was. I think. They're digging. How they were digging today? Oh, you got lollies moving things out his way. It's good beach now.
These lodges look incredible. Very expensive though. We're now up here at the giraffes. There's a giraffe feeding experience up here that you can do at certain times. This is what the queue's for. Oh, the baby rhino, yeah.
wow, what a photo opportunity that is.
Look at that. Come
Up. So like I said, these girls are common hippos. You get 2 species of hippo in the wild. There are these guys and the pygmy hippo. Kilos though, so that's about the same weight as a small horse. So even though they are tiny, they are super duper heavy. Comparing it to our girls here, the heaviest we have is Gussie. Gussie is 2.3 tons. The system is really similar to that of our modern day horses. They'll get cabbages, so when I've just been throwing over some white cabbage for them then, they absolutely love a cabbage. They will do anything you want them to do for a cabbage.
Into the African village to go see some lemurs, meerkats and lions. Time for my favourite animal, the lemurs. Bear in mind this closes by the looks an hour before close because today's actually 7 o'clock. They've just posted it that they've extended the opening hours for this summer. That's great to hear. Lots of time to get everything done.
Oh, look at it.
If he goes in and hides, they all hide.
Their teeth are so sharp.
He's just hitting them in the face.
Kill him, kill him. On today's wrestling match.
Look at his feet.
We're now heading to the reptile world. Look away if you don't like snakes.
It's the snake. The sea snake.
There's 2 in 1. Wow, it's biggest. There's literally 2 in 1.
Very cool going in there, seeing all the snakes. Those last ones were huge. The world's biggest species of snake. There is also reptile showings here every now and then. Check the website for times. We're gonna head into the dino animatronic section. Check out all the dinosaurs. I feel like there could be a bit of movement going around here. There are sound effects, but maybe some more roars and more movement. When I say that, there is one moving over there. They're huge.
They wouldn't have been moving that slow though, would they?
This walkthrough is nice. Once again, add something extra to your day. So interesting thinking that one day these roam the world. They're huge. Imagine them still being alive right now. Just running around the fields. Into Laura, keep banding. Head into the rainbow bear. You can feed them here, £1.50 for a pot, but they have run out of food at the moment, but only if available. They're so noisy. We're now heading to the Sea Life Theatre, because there is actually a show on at the moment.
Moving around quickly, they're exercise. We're going to get bounty doing a bit of movement, doing a bit of shaking. So we've got to think of lots of different ways to make our sea lions work for their food. So this is what we call a scatter feed. We're literally just going fish.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Very well done, Andy. 16, 17 and 19. Here we've got that veterinary care, there's no predators. 59, we've 2 tons of fish into a freezer today. So it's a better life expectancy. 25. Now sea lions, they have the intelligence of the average 3-year-old. He's just constantly on the go days. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not supposed to have favourite sea lions, so over a PA system, Jack's mine. I love Jack. Flip side of this story is, Jack hates me. Glass, we are just going to ask that you take a few steps back, stand right around so you're not blocking the view for anyone. Or alternatively, come and join us. We have plenty of seats for you all. Yeah, so Jack here, he is very, very clever. Far too clever for his own good. With him today, we're going to doing all sorts of things, just by leading around with this target. Take it away. If you've been watching Vicky today, you've probably noticed that she has been quite literally waving her hands around. That's what our sea lions are looking for. This is George's impression, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually called rapping. It's a natural behaviour. They can cool themselves off. So, we move everything on to a cue. Cues are often simple hand gestures. We saw with Shanti and her few ladies and gentlemen. See you, Jack. You better come on out. Here he is. I'm going to tell you a little story about hamsters. Rather weird. But we didn't have any of you guys here. And for the first couple of exactly. Seals and sea lions are different animals, but they are very similar. I'll give you. Yeah, see, you all just start laughing at it. You see, why doesn't like being called a seal, can't you? And when they get to the end of a terrifying tower in the corner of the stage, we give them a nice big cheer to jump in. So here we go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Really? How's it? That's all you've got. At the end of the day, you're tired. Massive cheer on 3. Not for Callum. Vicky is now the only spot of shade on that entire stage. You've got to get her out of it.
And I'm Scottish.
This is true. Massive cheer on 3 then, Sean. Here we go then. 1, 2, 3! Very nicely done. Now the final difference, ladies, the stage is yours. What would you like to do? What he said there was, he's going to try and put Vicky in.
I'm going to try something.
Tell us more.
If it goes wrong, you have to promise not to laugh.
Absolutely not. Ladies. There was an undercurrent of disappointment. Chicken.
During the rides at the start was definitely a good idea, because when we're walking past they look very busy. We're now going into the bat area. That was the wrong entrance. The entrance to the bats are in here. Into here. They might fly at us. Most of the bats were just hanging on the trees. A few were flying around. We're now heading into the creepy crawlies in the aquarium area. Yeah.
Hello, Dory. It's got Dory, that's not
We're heading on the newest edition, Jungle Jeep. That was a great interactive ride on the Jungle Jeeps. Here's hurtling hippos. Nice spinning ride. We just did the slippery snake. We're just doing a few of the rides in here while doing it. It's great to have this, especially when it's open until later. Gives you something to kill time. We're now heading down to the log flume as our last thing of the day. Here we go, Zambezi water splash. That's Venom, very noisy. That was a great ride. Gonna head on here. We're gonna go do Venom one last time. Didn't get that right in the log flume. Gonna do this again. That's such a good drop tower. The fourth of it is so intense. It's crazy. Such a good drop tower. You get an incredible view up on the top as well. Overall, this theme park is great. That drop tower definitely did not disappoint. That was the one I was most excited for. And it did not disappoint. 4 rides I've had on that. I think all the coasters I've only had one. But they weren't anything to rage about. I mean, they were good, but probably a once and done here. Where the drop tower, highly recommend doing, if so multiple times. And that brings our day to a close here at West Midlands Safari Park.
Have you had a good night,
Well, that is the end of our day here. It's actually a great place. I love how they have the theme park as well. It merges 2 great days out into one. And you have plenty of time, especially when it's a 7 o'clock close. It's great, we've seen lots of animals. The safari was great. Overall, a great day. Highly recommend doing the rides earlier on though. They did get busy midday. Especially the safari as well. The trappist at the end at the 11 o'clock one about was very busy. The one we did earlier was a lot quieter. There's also the diner over here where you can have your food. But apart from that, that's us here at West Midlands done. Right here at the entrance to the walking safari, they have the penguins. So cute.